Good morning, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Saturday the 19th of November 2022. This is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for today. The moon starts off in Virgo. It's going to form a trine to Pluto in fellow earth sign Capricorn. It's going to form a sextile to the sun in Scorpio, and then an opposition to Jupiter in Pisces before it changes sign, entering Libra, where it will make a sextile to Mercury and Venus. Also, as mentioned yesterday, we've got the second of three Mars Neptune squares. Okay, so the energy, the moon is really highlighting the sun's journey through the end of Scorpio. Yesterday the sun was sextile Pluto. Now the moon is trining Pluto, sextiling the sun. On tomorrow or Monday, not sure which day it is, but one of those days, the sun is going to make a trine to Jupiter. Today the moon is making an opposition, so they're sparking each other's energies. The moon is sparking the energies that the sun is going through, so really adding adding an emotional tilt to the sun's energies making these transits. So the energy is about shining a light on hidden parts of ourselves that emotionally we could be exaggerating. We could open ourselves, making mountains out of molehills, exaggerating and amplifying things. But once the moon moves into Libra and aspects to Mercury and Venus, it brings in balance and harmonises between our head and heart in heart-centered consciousness. With the Mars Neptune square, then there's a risk of losing all motivation and focus. If you hadn't already lost motivation and focus with Mars's retrograde in Gemini, expect it to ramp up a little bit more today, possibly. Okay, so let's do some cards and see if the cards can help us navigate today's energies, because they feel a bit sort of intense. So what have we got? We've got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we've got the Mary L Tarot deck. So let's shuffle and pull some cards. So what do we need to know for today? Saturday the 19th of November 2022. Let's have some messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so bottom card is chop wood. This is sort of relating to yesterday's being in the void and, just getting on with the mundane stuff day to day. You're doing your household chores, going to work, cooking food to nourish yourself, cleaning house, doing the washing, all those sorts of things, just the everyday mundane things, keeping your mind occupied and sedated while it's waiting for divine timing to happen. Okay, and then we've got to be fair. Yesterday, sort of one of the underneath the subconscious cards was the adjustment card of the Thoth deck, Justice. And also with today, we've got the moon moving into Libra, which is about balance and harmony and justice. The justice card rules Libra, balancing the scales. So we're going through a bit of a balancing, a bit of a karmic readjustment. We're just coming to the end of Scorpio season and eclipse season. Chaos and conflict. You may be feeling a bit in chaos and conflict at the moment. So I was saying yesterday about sort of how our brains don't like it when we're having to be patient. We're in the in-between place and the ambiguous place and the void, and things haven't quite finished ending and the new things haven't quite started yet. And that's when the mind and the brain can just descend into chaos and confusion and making up stories to soothe itself. And yesterday's reading was about that a lot. It feels like sort of that's still going on today, but if you can just busy yourself with everyday ordinariness, it will help to keep yourself balanced. Let's do some cards. I think this energy is going to go on until Wednesday when, Tuesday into Wednesday when the sun finishes up in Scorpio and enters Sagittarius, and then the new moon in Sagittarius on Wednesday the 23rd. So yeah, could be all a bit all over the place. Scorpio season kicking the door as it leaves. But I do think we will rise like the phoenix from the emotional sewer into the emotional sewer of Scorpio into the aiming for the stars, fire energy of Sagittarius. Okay, so let's do some cards and see what they have to say. So what do we need to know for today? Saturday the 19th of November 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. Bless me. Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. What help, support, advice and guidance can Spirit offer the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? That feels good. Where we find ourselves, the devil. Yesterday in the Gaia deck we had the temptation coming out. We're also card 15. I guess we're still being tempted to do the wrong thing. The Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords. So we've got two knights out there. Three of Cups, Three of Discs, the Chariot, and the Queen of Cups underneath with the Lovers. Okay, and the Nine of Discs. Oh, and the Nine of Cups. Oh, and the High Priestess. And the Two of Cups. We'll have a bit of that. Oh my God. And Judgment. And the Moon. Okay, leave that there. That might come out in a minute. Okay, we could just keep going on with this story. I might bring some of those out at the end. Let's bring these down there because there is quite a story. do that and that and that. That's the story. Right, so I'm going to move these over here. And I'm going to put this out. Sometimes the bottom of the deck tells, and also we've got 3 knights coming out as well now. Okay, so got my net table space here. Okay, so after the moon, we've got the 7 of discs, the 2 of wands, the 8 of discs, the knight of discs. So we've got all the knights apart from the knight of cups, 6 of wands, wheel of fortune. Okay, so let's get going on the story. Okay, so where we find ourselves, we're still being tempted. The energies from yesterday are still carrying over into today. And as I said at the beginning, I do feel this story is going to continue until the sun enters Sagittarius, and then we have the new moon in Sagittarius the next day, the 23rd, which also has Jupiter stationing direct as well, within 5 minutes of each other. It's like there's it's like a day of super good luck, which I think coming out of Scorpio season we need. Okay, but yeah, temptations, being led astray, obsessions, addictions, things like that. As I said, what the brain does when it's being asked to wait patiently in the in-between place, the void, the ambiguous place, there's nothing to occupy it, so it makes its own fun and games up and occupies itself, generally with chaos and conflict. Okay, and temptations. Okay, and we've got there because of the Knight of Wands. It wants to race out into the new. Come on, we're nearly there. Let's do it. But the timing isn't right, and so we're being guided to just hold back and let things unfold a bit more. So say the sun has still got to make an aspect to Jupiter, trining Scorpio to Pisces before it enters Sagittarius. You know, we need to hit that spark of rising like a phoenix. And it's interesting, we do have a phoenix out in the reading. But yeah, we're wanting to race out. We've been struck by intense inspiration, lightning. We think we have all the answers. But if we do, we'll be running into the darkness. Okay. Maybe coming face to face with a dark beast that we don't that this is sort of saying to me that we're still going through the quagmire, the emotional sewer. It's not the right time to be sort of racing ahead yet. It's time to go cautiously, waiting, and letting everything unfold. Looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. This is Neptune energy. We're still under the influence of Mars square Neptune. So, you know, sort of the Knight of Wands, very Martian energy, air of fire. Oh, he's all fired up, wanting to go. A billion ideas going through his head. Yeah, let's do it now. No, stop and look at things from a different perspective. You could be trying to force your motivation there, and you know it's lacking. You run out of energy very quickly, burn yourself up, and leave yourself feeling vulnerable. 4 of Cups here, the shell exposed after the wave recedes. Just yeah, it could leave us feeling emotionally exposed. Retreat back into your shell and wait. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, Information, news can come in really quickly. It could be the news we're waiting for. It could be hearing things on the grapevine. Air of air, Knight of Swords, mutable air, Gemini, wanting to know the details, work things out, and that isn't always the best way. Sometimes when we working things out, we come to the wrong conclusions. So caution all round, especially because we've got such a big story coming out in the subconscious. There's a lot going on in that sort of emotional sewer of the subconscious. So hold your horses. The clarifiers, we've got the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Cups in this deck, we've got the river, or the water is one. At the top here, I see this as being in the spirit, soul world. Then we have our individual journeys through life, and at the bottom we join back. When we die, we go back to the collective water. With the Three of Discs here, I get that it's suggesting that we work with others to support each other as we're going through this. Especially if we're in a state of chaos, you might seek out advice and support from other people. You might spend time with friends, supporting each other through this transition. Okay, and then we get the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot says if we do this consciously, then we can still be making steps to move forward. Okay, and the key, I love this pink mandala over the heart, leading from the heart, going forward. That is the way, rather than that chaotic, forceful way that sort of we're in danger of doing. Okay, the cards underneath the deck, we start off, we've got the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is water of fire, water of water, fixed water, Scorpio, the scryer of hidden knowledge, and inner knowing and secrets. Okay, the oracle. Okay. So this is saying to me very much that we're still in Scorpio season, and there's still secrets coming up, and to let them bubble up within us. The Lovers, bringing ourselves into balance, divine masculine, divine feminine coming together. The active and the reflective, bring us in balance, okay, rather than sort of trying to race out there doing it. Nine of Discs, independence, self-confidence, knowing yourself, and standing in your own power, knowing that the abundance is coming, okay, and that you're doing everything that you can to get to that. With that, we've got the Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card. So sort of from a place of balance and independence and self-love and self-worth, setting our intentions, our emotional wishes for where we want to go next. As we come up to the new moon in Sagittarius, what goals are you wanting to set? And Sagittarius, we're going to be aiming our arrows at the stars. What intentions are you setting? Coming from a independent, self-confident place and setting heart-centered intentions. With that, we have the High Priestess, another card like the Queen of Cups, of hidden knowing, and secrets, and the oracle, and hidden ways of knowing things and connecting to our higher self. To bring ourselves into balance, the Two of Cups, again, balancing that divine feminine, divine masculine energy within us. To be fair, karmic readjustment, we're just bringing it all into balance. And then we come to Judgment, and here we have the Phoenix. Okay, we will be rising like the Phoenix in the next few days as we close out Scorpio season and eclipse season. Okay, so reviewing, reflecting, bringing to completion, and rising like the phoenix. Ready for the new moon. Okay, the completion of the lunar cycle, this eclipse season. There may still be odd fears and things coming up. We're still in we're back into the dark half of the month as well, so shadows are not seeing clearly, but I'm also getting this representing the next new moon on the 23rd. So, and from now till then, patience. We've planted the seeds, we've done the work, and now we let nature take its course and let things unfold in divine timing as they need to. Two of Wands is passing through sort of into the next stage, looking at the options, looking into the void with the Queen of Cups and with the High Priestess here. This is like scrying into the darkness, into the void, to see what it is that we're wanting to bring forth in our next little adventure. And preparing to do the work. 8 of discs, showing up, doing the work patiently. Knight of discs here. Slow and steady wins the race. There's no race. Slow and steady wins the race. There is no race. There's no competition. There is no first past the post. Everybody's journey is unfolding as it should be at its right time, which will lead us to victory. The 6 of Wands. And a turning of the wheel of fate. That karmic readjustment. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, and as I say, sort of the planetary stuff for the new moon in Sagittarius is really quite optimistic and lovely. And there's quite a big healing element about it as well. So it's about holding steady as we go through the last degrees of Scorpio, sitting in the void, scrying into the darkness to see what's coming back for us, and really just, preparing ourselves calmly for this next adventure. So, that's your reading for today. There's a lot going on below the surface, I'll say that. So yeah, well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards coming out in the subconscious environment part of the reading. That's very rare to get that many cards coming out. So yeah, the stuff that's going on out of sight, hidden in the subconscious, is a bigger story than the conscious stuff. Consciously, we just need to sort of occupy our minds and not be tempted to take things into our own hands. So yeah, hold your horses, hold steady. It's all unfolding as it needs to, and it will show itself up in our lives, I think, around the 22nd, 23rd. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you, part of it or all of it or whatever. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. For a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.